aren't you?
Okay. Oh my god.
Bloody GoPro.
Let's go again. Right. I'm just going to talk you through how we made the sauce because GoPro decided to have an error with the SD card. So we filmed it again and then that didn't come out either. So we're going to go back to showing you how we did it. So here's the fish pie. We've already eaten most of it. So to do the sauce, we used normal blue top milk. Put that in the big frying pan. We used some mixed herbs. We used some
garlic,
parsley.
Garlic.
I mean, these are dried. They're not. I didn't have fresh. So we put one whole big fat meaty clove of garlic. We chopped it up very, very small on the Brian's cutting dish.
Gave it to the dog.
No, she can't have garlic, it'll kill her. So we did that, chopped it up very small, along with the onion, chopped that up quite small, and then we put that in with the milk, and we boiled it all together. We also put in a teaspoonful of honey. Okay, we chucked that in. Little bit of salt, but not a lot of salt. Himalayan mountain salt.
A little bit of
we also put a tiny bit in of mint sauce, okay, just for added tang. We then let it simmer for what, 10 minutes? Okay, let that simmer, didn't boil it, let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Kept stirring it, obviously. We put some corn flour in it to thicken it, about a tablespoon of corn flour. Maybe should have put more in, but to be honest, the way it tasted, I'm glad it was runny, and it's a sloppy cake. Sloppy fish pie. We got a runny fish pie. So we done that. And that was it, and then we simmered it up together.
A little bit leftovers, and then give it a little bit to dog.
I mean, she'd get none of that. I'm having that tomorrow. So we also had the salmon in the frying pan. You saw the frying pan that the dog licked. So she licked that, which you'll see in a minute, because this is going to have to go at the front of what we did. So I just put them in the frying pan. I didn't put any oil in the frying pan. Just chopped the salmon into like meaty chunks, and then just sort of flopped it over and just gave it a little sizzled on each side, so it just went crusty. I defrosted the prawns because they were fresh prawns, as in not the pre-cooked ones. They were raw prawns. Actually, I can show you a picture because I bought some more today because they were cheap as well. These guys. So these would have been £3.75 and I paid 75p. So, but freeze them all and it's all good. So they went in, and all I did, I took the salmon out and I popped the salmon in the dish. I then took the prawns and I just gave them a light cooking, so they were sort of pink, but they were probably still a bit raw in the middle. And I'm talking like seconds. I mean, we're talking probably 30 seconds is all they need. Flip them over on both sides. Then they went in with the lumps of salmon, and then we poured the sauce over the top, and you'll see that in the next bit that I'm going to put on this before it, so it should come out. So I just want to try and tell you how I actually cooked the sauce, and I'm glad I left it runny. Okay, so.
Goodbye.
Bye. Right, okay, we're back on. GoPro fucked up again. So we've picked this bowl, which I still think might be a bit too big, because I don't think I've done enough mashed potato. So that's a bit of a crime, but I do have a little bit of mashed potato from yesterday. So waste food, we won't do that. We'll top it up with this one. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll chuck that in there in a minute. So we'll test the thingy. These have been boiling for what, 20 minutes or something? Pick a big one. And we'll give them a chop if I can find a knife, or even if I can find a spoon. Oh yeah, that felt good. So put that through nice and smooth and just have a little taste. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Dog, yeah, it was fine and tasted good. Dog, it's quite embarrassing sometimes when you go to people's houses and you drop food on the floor and they don't have a dog, and you just sort of leave it, and then you're like, oh fuck, I ain't got a dog. So then you have to go and do that. So what we'll do, yeah, I'm pretty slow. I haven't got a lot of mashed potato there, have I?
And one question.
Yes, Brian.
This is like the trash eater.
Yes,
from,
it is the trash eater.
It's like the cookie monster. Cookies.
She's also good at cleaning fat off stuff to save the planet, so she can have that. That's the lickage from there. She can't have lickage from the other one because that's onions. I burnt my finger. Fuck. That's hot. That didn't hurt. Burnt my bloody finger. Look how hot that is. Oh, did you hear it? Right, so obviously you have to be careful for things shattering like that. That's red hot. Why is that so hot? I can't even touch that. Oh, it's burning, that is. Okay, so obviously we're as slick as Rick Stein. So we'll drain these bad boys off, turn the gases off. Got a potato I got on there. Turn the tap off, Rob. Okay, so drain these bad boys. We'll get them. Whoops, we'll get them mashed up. Now the problem that I've got is I don't think we've done enough mashed potato. So we take that. What hit my head? Burning. Mashed potato. Don't film me, Mum. She hates being on camera. Where's my splasher? So we want some butter from the butter place, which is over here. And we're also going to chuck a bit of knob of butter in there. Knob of butter. We're going to have from my beautiful assistant some milk. How did that get to Robbie's hands, I hear you say? Bit of milk. So we got a bit of milk, we got a bit of butter. Sometimes you can put mayonnaise in it as well. I may have put too much milk in, but it's also bulking up my mash. So we'll mash up this. And then I'm going to see if I can find a bag of something. Oh, briny tart, you frightened me then. So we're going to see if we can find like a bit of plastic. Oh, I don't know, actually we might be alright with mash, saying that. So we're going to put this in. I'm going to see if I can get a bag or a piece of plastic, because I haven't got one of those posh squirty bollocksy things. So I haven't got one of them. So can you do it properly, please? Because this is going to be a professional video that I'm going to send to my friend Craig, who also does professional videos. And I'm going to say we should get together and cook. Alright, now then, look at that. Okay, so there's a bit of an eye in there. Nala, take the eye. Good girl. And that here. There you go. Bit of an eye on the thing. So, missed a bit, so we'll just put that back in there. Look, you're missing all the fun here. Go, lick fingers. Now, obviously, we're really hygienic, so we'll just give that a quick wash. Who gives two shits? Harvest from the crop today. So I'm gonna eat that one there. You're meant to be filming. Start from the garden. Okay. I'm gonna pause it. Bit of a tang on that one. Nearly gave me goosebumps. So we're going to don't be a cock. You're meant to be a professional cameraman. Oh, I burnt my bloody thumb. He's eating the fruit, which is really bad. And I've got a pip stuck in my tooth. Now, I'm going to look for a bag. We're going to pause this. I'm going to see if I can make a bag into a squeezy thing. And then we're going to do it that way. So I'm going to pause you, and then we'll come back. Okay, so we're back again. Now, what I've decided to do, because I haven't got one of those posh bloody things, I'm just going to try and do that with the potato and see if that works. But I don't really... Oh, that's like a big shit, isn't it? Hey, that's working, look! My bag needs to be stronger, really. And my old should have been smaller.
People are going to comment and say, why are you not using a cake? Like a... Yeah,
they are, but I've just told them I haven't fecking got one.
Too much.
So unless someone wants to sponsor me, that, I'll tell you what, that's not bad.
You should colour that brown.
Why would I want to colour it brown? So it'll look like shit. Oh, you got to love having a teenager. Everything's either cocks or shit. I'm going to put that in there. Right, see how we get on. I'm getting the hang of this now. Are you filming how it's going in?
Mm-hmm.
What I should have done... Do you know what else is quite bad? It's fucking hot.
Mm-hmm.
What I should have done is try to get it...
You not see that?
Can what?
Sort of...
Hey, look at that! That's pretty good. So we're going to, I'll have to lay that in there a minute so I can pop a load more. Now obviously I'm a trained chef here. Okay. But I'm just trying to say that you don't have to be a trained chef to make food out of shit.
I'm gonna say this, that this man right here is a good chef, except my dad down the road.
Yeah, but you don't have to say that online because he might watch it and then you'll feel bad because you've said that.
No, I don't care.
You should care, he's your dad. Right, okay, so...
No, but he's an a-hole.
No, I don't want to hear about that. Don't be disrespectful. I don't care what he is. Don't be disrespectful, have some respect. Right, okay, so we'll put the last little bit in.
You don't like him either.
I don't have to like him, Brian. I don't like him because of the way he treats you, but that's different. Okay, so we're meant to be showing you how to cook. So I want comments of my thing that I've made. Yeah, that looks like a turd, doesn't it? So we've got to put a bit more in there along the edge. See, if I had more mash, it'd be brilliant.
I'm going to say this, that my dad used to call me, I'm a bad kid.
We don't want to speak about your dad because we're on a cooking programme. So obviously cleaning is dog job. There you go. Dog. Okay, what I'm going to try and do... Right, okay, so I've learned one thing. If I start off at the edge, okay, and stop the liquid...
If you knew that, if you look at the green stuff, they look like the mouldy thing.
Now, what I'm also going to do on this... Okay, now, it's not looking bad, is it? I'm also, because hopefully that'll go a bit better in the thing. Oh, look. Hello. Hello. Okay, so get rid of that. Now, if I'd made my hole smaller, it might have been a bit better. So, rubbish. So we've spent so far 75p on prawns. I think the meat was about 60p. That was out of date, so that's why I was about £1.50 in meat. Potatoes were dirt cheap as well, I think, weren't they, Brian? Yeah, potatoes were reduced. They were 63p because we're skint. We can't afford nice food. Leave the dog. You're meant to be filming. Where's my tea towel? Right, okay, so this is going to be the fish pie. We're going to have a look at it now with the camera. We're going to have a look at it. We're going to have a look at it. Come on, do it properly, Brian. Don't be a fool.
It was actually filming it.
Move. Oh, I've got bread there. So, where's my cheese? It's not cheese, it's full. Here's my cheese. Right, okay. So, we've just got normal white cheddar. Knife.
Why not use a grater?
I will, but I need to open it. You could have always got me a grater. So, obviously food has got really, really expensive in this country, which is a pain in the ass. But we can thank Putin for putting his food in it. Do you get it? Putin his foot in it? Putin his foot in it?
Putin has poop.
So we're going to pop some cheese on this bad boy.
If you didn't know this and you haven't watched it, Putin did say that he's going to destroy all the satellites in space.
Well, no, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Take out all the communications.
If that's not true, I'm talking trash.
Yeah, as usual. Right, okay, so we'll put some cheesy on there. Now, it's very watery, isn't it? Oh, fuck. So we're going to stick that... Oh, I've got yesterday's chicken in there.
I eat that.
Yesterday's chicken for the dog.
I eat that. No.
Oh, that's clean. I'll clean that
I
earlier.
mean.
So we're going to stick this in. Told you the baby frying pan's in there. Get rid of that one. Obviously, my incredibly huge kitchen. So we'll put the thing on.
Look at this kitchen.
And now we're going to leave that to go. Quick look at the food, please, Brian. Quick look at the food before it goes in. I mean, it is a bit runny, really, isn't it? I should have reduced it down. But it's already quite late and I'm hungry. So we're going to put that in. It doesn't matter if it's sloppy, who cares? That needs to be off, that needs to be off. And there we go. So we'll come back in a minute when that's cooked in a couple of hours. Maybe an hour or so. And we'll do that. So take care, everyone, and stop being a cock. So I'll see you all later. Bye-bye. Wow. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So, turn the oven off. I've had that in the oven for maybe 45 minutes to an hour. Quite low, and then I boosted it up. And I've got to admit, it's gone really wrong because it's not really a pie. It's more like sort of soup. But I'll tell you what, that is absolutely delicious. But I can't bloody eat it, it's too hot. So we're going to dish that out. I've got some broccoli to go with it. And yeah, we'll do another fish pie and see how that comes out with more mashed potato. But it's alright for a cheapie, wasn't it? I mean, I bet it'll taste nicer tomorrow. I kind of expected it to solidify a bit, but it didn't. But that doesn't matter. Look at that prawn. Look at that. So that's my fish pie version. See you later. Yep. Right, Brian. Brian's on his second helping. Laura's finished her plate. I'm on my second bit. Now, Brian, could you describe how your fish pie, runny fish pie was? The runny fish pie, that's what I'm going to call it.
Do you mean the sloppy?
Yeah, but runny.
Alright, yeah. So it has prawns in it.
Yeah.
Put some mash.
They know that because they've watched the
yeah, they watched the video.
So tell me what you think. Maybe not so much on the texture. Oh.
So when it first came out, it tasted delicious. I put some cheese on it to make it more scrumptious.
Yeah, Brian put some parmesan on there. So, to make it nicer. I myself, I'm on my second helping now. Obviously, I'm going to be biased because I've cooked it. But it's always a worry cooking that amount of food and having it taste bad. Now, I cannot believe how good this tastes. I mean, there's a bit of cheese on there as well. The grated cheese has gone really nice. Oh, I also forgot to tell you I put a bit of honey in there. Now, if you moved away from the fact that the texture was very runny, it was a failure because it was runny, but tasted beautiful. It still tastes beautiful. The salmon was perfect, crumpled nicely under the fork. Prawns were just on the edge of almost being overdone, but they come out fine. They weren't chewy or anything. I think I should put some more corn flour on it to make it a bit more thicker, but I reckon tomorrow that is going to taste so good, even to eat cold. So almost so you could take it out as like a summer dish. So I put this in, obviously like I said, I seared those. Do you know what? It tastes almost like a fish sauce. And I was wondering, you could almost make it into a ball again and put them into the oven in like maybe a dish or something to crisp them up again. But it's definitely got a runny consistency. But I thought, and I did say to Laura, I thought it just tastes so good if it was winter. And if you wanted to do something in the winter, so maybe not turn the sauce so thick, but keep it runny. So then the mashed potato then sort of melts into it and just becomes a slop. So it's almost like a stew, like a very, very thick stew. So I also put a little bit of honey in this, which I think just brings the flavours out. I really can't fault that. I really can't fault that. So
sorry for doing this, but we're doing it on the table and we cannot have electronics on the table.
Yes, we can because we're making a film. So there's Brian's nosh. I just can't fault it. Any comment, Brian?
Yeah,
No.
you need to eat.
No. Laura, any comment on the quality of the slop you just got?
Lovely.
Lovely from Laura. Lovely Laura says it was beautiful. You don't need a lot of salt in it. We've already added salt. So take care, everyone. Much love. Laura says much love, and so does Dog.
Film yourself.
Film myself.
Like, turn around.
Why?
No, it's got a tree behind as well.
Oh yeah, foliage. Right, okay, so obviously the crusty bits will go in dog. So, from me and the dog and the Brian, see you later.
Can I have a cushion, mate?
No.